one.
Hey, okay, so everybody, it's time for another Christmas video, and this one is part one of the worst Christmas movies ever made, and we're running down 20 to 11, and strap yourselves in. We're beginning with literally the bottom of the barrel. This film is so bad, I don't know anybody who's actually got to the end of it. It is just trash, and oh God, best I can recognise a plot, there's something to do with elves and letters and something going missing, and please put a spike through my brain before I have to watch any more of it. That last bit may not be the plot, but I think it's a very good way of escaping. It's called 48 Christmas Wishes, and it's ghastly. Just avoid it if you can. The next one is one that my wife discovered around the same time and actually did sit to the end of, but wasn't really sure that it made much sense or was good, called Christmas with a View. And this seems to be just people being dull and uninteresting, and looks like it may have had, you know, some notes handed down from somebody on high, so you've got a couple of different ideas smushed together into an incoherent film at the end.
Gotcha.
But, you know, bad. And from that to also bad, this is an adaptation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol called The Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, and holy crap, it is just appalling. I mean, A Christmas Carol is a much beloved story, though technically not a Christmas tale. It's not really any particular genre. This tries to be a Christmas story and tries to be all about, you know, some guy who's broken up with women and they come back and try to explain to him why he was a douchebag and get him to, you know, change his ways and stop being douchey.
What happened to you last night? Because yesterday you were just your usual handsome, awful self. But then today you became the guy I used to know. The one I always thought deep down you actually were.
I honestly don't know what the hell happened to me last night. I don't. But I do know that I'm seeing things more clearly today than...
I get the impression it was written by people who don't actually realise that some people are just crap and that relationships do just end, and there's sometimes, you know, just the thing called moving on. But either way, it's out there, and don't watch it. After that, we have a film that's very recent, and actually, you know, it had potential to be quite good. It's Disney's Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Disney have been, you know, sort of flirting with the idea of making a Nutcracker film for some time, and what they've put out is so far from the original material, it's somewhat unrecognisable and is quite dull, and yeah, it's just not hitting audiences at any level. Young and old have just given this a giant thumbs down. After that, speaking of things that young and old could have enjoyed but don't, is yet one more adaptation of Charles Dickens' work. This is Thomas, A Christmas Carol.
I am the ghost of Christmas past. I should go. I think Thomas needs my help at the shunting yard.
This time it's Diesel being haunted by stuff, and parents having to be haunted by their children not realising that what they're watching is actually torment for anyone old enough to understand what they're seeing. It's bad, and don't watch it unless you absolutely have no exit strategy at all. Next on the list is, look, this is an interesting film because depending on your cynicism, you may well put this on a best list. It's called Black Xmas. What it is a horror film. All about a kid that's locked up and treated poorly and comes back years later to, you know, traumatize some, you know, cheerleaders.
He's expanded his act. Could that be one person? No, Claire, that's the Mormon Tabernacle Choir doing their annual obscene phone call.
I think we've been there before, all of us. It happens to occur at Christmas time because, you know, nothing says holiday cheer like savage murders and cheerleaders. Obviously not one for the whole family and not one for people who actually get into the idea of Christmas being all about fun and family. Speaking of things that aren't for fun, family, young or old, it's Batman and Robin. This is a film that really could have gone many places. It's got actually a decent cast and had Tim Burton attached to it, but unfortunately it's crap.
Hey there, pretty birdie.
Give yourself up. If you surrender...
To you. Polly, wanna kiss? There's something about an anatomically correct rubber suit that puts fire in a girl's lips.
Why are all the gorgeous ones homicidal maniacs? Is it me?
Enough. Sweet talk.
No. First you're gonna tell me where Freeze is, and then you're going to jail.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. That's why every Poison Ivy action figure comes complete with him. Try not to make a mess when you die.
So, yeah, not a good one. Next, it's Macaulay Culkin's Home Alone. Look, I've said it before, people find him irritating, both in this and Home Alone 2. I get it, okay? He's irritating. The film is schlocky, it's camp, it's overdone, and the acting is quite bad.
We know that you're in there, and that you're all alone.
Yeah, come on, kid, open up. It's Santa Claus.
And it's Elf.
We're not gonna hurt you.
No. Got some nice presents for you.
Be a good little fella now and open the door.
What? 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 What happened?
Hello.
Jim Carrey's The Grinch. I've said it before, he's not very good, and this film showcases all that is wrong with his acting.
All right. I'll swing by for a minute, allow them to envy me, grab a handful of popcorn shrimp, and blow out of there. But what if it's a cruel prank? What if it's a cash bar? How dare they? All right, I'll go. But I'll be fashionably late. No, yes, no, yes. No, yes! Definitely not. All right, I've made my decision. I'm going, and that's that. Had my fingers crossed.
To say nothing of the fact that it really, at its heart, is not about Christmas so much as what's wrong with Christmas. So it definitely deserves to be on this list. And lastly, we have Eyes Wide Shut. Now this is set at Christmas time. People often overlook that fact, but anyone who actually comes up to you and argues that this is definitively a Christmas film and that Christmas is the point of this film is missing the point of this movie. Apart from the fact that there's a lot more to look at than just Christmas trees.
What on earth is going on here?
Oh, Milish, I can explain everything.
This film is at Christmas time, but that is not what you ought to be focusing on. Subject matter of this film is far more adult than, you know, chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. Gentlemen, this is now a police matter. You will please stay here until I return.
What are you doing? Get us out of here!
I'm afraid that's out of the question. Doctor, sorry, what color did you say? Black? Black. Gentlemen, please have the goodness to be quiet for the moment. Couldn't you see I tried to serve my customer? Sorry. And you, little whore, go to bed at once, you depraved creature. I deal with you as soon as I serve the gentleman.
So there's the list, numbers 20 through 11, and I'll be back next time with best Christmas films of all time, numbers 10 through 1.